thank you, Christina, for joining me today. How are you? How's isolation
All
going
good,
for
thank
you?
you. Do you know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. We've got a 4-year-old in the house. We are actually stuck at my parents' house because we are doing works on our house. But we are. Do you know what? We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Take a bit like me, taking each day as it comes. That's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. That's the only way we can do it.
So Christina, you work for one of my favourite brands, Aromatherapy Associates. And it's even more special to me at this time because it's really helping me get through. It sounds corny, but your products are just like hugs in bottles. They really are, and I love them so much.
I head of education for Aromatherapy Associates, but also I'm really lucky and fortunate to be able to design all the treatments for them as well. So the role is quite varied. I look after well-being now as well. So I think for me, my passion is being a therapist, and I think that was the passion of our founders, and it was kind of that mixture of being a therapist, being able to help people, and actually utilising these fantastic products. We're really fortunate, like you said. I mean, the products are fantastic. They speak for themselves, and they have done for like the last 35 years. And it's simply because these two phenomenal ladies took the time and saw firsthand actually how essentials could change people's mood and how they felt. So yeah, I'm very fortunate to work with fantastic products, and I'm glad you love them too.
Because I used to think, to use aromatherapy oils, I need to kind of get in the bath, pour it in the bath, and I can't really make it part of my kind of quick morning routine. But you taught me that actually that's a very good way of using your oils.
We were probably the first to ever have like a bath and shower oil. And the reason being was because those oils were their kind of prescription after their treatments for their clients. The clients would come in, have a massage, they would create their blend for them. It would be bottled, given to that client and said, right, until you next see me next week, I want you to use this every morning and night time, or I want to use it, you have to use it every morning, whatever the case would be, whatever the blend would be. So they kind of thought, how are we going to make them use these every day? Well, you bathe, and at that time actually showers started to become the kind of the norm and more popular. So what they did was actually create something that they could use both in the shower and in the bath. So absolutely, so you'd use one capful and you apply it to your chest, your tummy, your shoulders, your kidney area. So all kind of try to cover the whole torso, one capful only. Then take your hands to your face and do a couple of inhalations. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then just go into the shower and wash as normal. And again, that I think for me, as a working mum, honestly, it's the best micro moment. Like, fingers crossed they don't come into your shower at that stage. But you have that moment just of complete, and all you can smell is amazing oils.
This morning, I use this a lot, my Inner Strength oil, because it's just, I love it so much. And I felt like I definitely needed some inner strength today. I had a bit of a restless night, just, normal kind of isolation anxiety. And I think a lot of us are going through that. I think that's where aromatherapy really comes into its own, because it really does make a difference, and it makes you stop and pause, doesn't it? That's what I love about it. The oils are so beautiful to touch, but they smell so gorgeous. So they encourage you. I've never been into meditation or anything like that. I don't see myself as that kind of person. But actually, aromatherapy is kind of your stepping stone into that, and you can bring it into your house and your bathroom. And that's what I love about Aromatherapy Associates. They were the first, they were the pioneers behind that, and that's what I love about it. So today I just wanted to speak to you about your tips, how we can kind of spa at home. And I'm not just talking about in the bathroom. There are ways that we can relax and take a little mini micro moments of time out during the day. So that's something that I wanted to speak to you about, and if you could share your tips, because we all need it.
Definitely. I'm all for micro moments. I think it's all about creating these small things that you can kind of piece together whenever you need them. So for me, one of the things I love to do, and actually I'm going to go with breathing exercise, because you said that in terms of that you're not a breathing person. Neither was I. And for years, I used to think, when they used to kind of, all my teachers and all these fellow therapists say, oh, breathing exercises. Like, well, we breathe every day. Our body knows how to do it. Why are we now doing breathing exercises? Basically trying to kind of shift your attention somewhere else. So instead of us, that catastrophizing that we do, that we, gives us, it sends us into a whir of panic and anxiety. Breathing actually just enables you to stop doing that. So what I'd love you to do, John, I know that you said you've got your inner strength blend, your favourite. If you've got any of that handy, grab your oil. I've actually got the rollerball. Rollerballs are the easiest way to kind of get some aromatherapy into your day-to-day. So pop a little bit onto your wrists, so a little bit onto your pulse points. So wrists first of all. Have a quick smell. Okay. What you can also do behind your ear, as if you're applying perfume. Okay.
And why at these points? Why is it at these pulse points? Is it because the aroma kind of releases more?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, it's near enough to your face so you can actually smell it. But also, energy-wise, these are quite key points with this sort of Chinese medicine. They kind of almost the gravitational energy kind of goes to those points. Also, what you need to do is a little bit onto your decollete. So again, just underneath. If you like to do energy work, these are kind of your chakra points. I don't know if you can actually see. Sorry. So if you want to, you can apply just by your kind of middle of your throat. You can go slightly further down to your heart chakra as well. Again, if you like to do sort of energy work, this is a great way to kind of add essential oils to it. So you've applied, a substantial amount of your chosen blend. If you haven't got your a rollerball, then pop a little bit of cream. So as long as it's got some kind of aroma that you love, that kind of just brings you to a good place, and just use that. That's absolutely fine. So let's start. So bring your wrists up to your nose, and what I'd like you to also do, actually, if you just move your bottom right back to the back of your chair, just really kind of relax, bring kind of your spine to a neutral position. If you want to, you can just close your eyes or just lower your gaze. Again, just bring up your hands and your wrists, as I said, to your nose. And what you're aiming to do is just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So to start off with, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. What we're going to do is we're going to do something called box breathing, which is breathing in through your nose for the count of 4. We're going to hold it for the count of 4. We're going to breathe out for the count of 4, and then hold it in, out for the count of 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold it out, 2, 3, 4. So that is one of the easiest breathing exercises that I kind of was able to memorize. I'm not very good with numbers and all the, there's lots of different ways that you can breathe in for 7, out for 11. I couldn't sort of couldn't cope. I'm not a numbers person, but that one, once I was taught that, it kind of stuck. And I've got a 4-year-old, and if I do find that I get up in the night because of her, or again, if you're kind of you're wearing mind and you're waking up in the middle of the night, it's an easy one that you can do. I probably do about 3 or 4, and I can't remember, and I just fall asleep and back into sleep by doing that. So super easy.
That's really, it's like a aromatherapy way of counting sheep.
Exactly. But remember though, you also, obviously we're talking about sleep, but at the same time, imagine you're at your desk, you've got a deadline to meet, and you're kind of a bit antsy, or even actually, if you've got kids in the house and they're just going all over the place, get them, grab something, get them to sit down and do it with them, So actually, you're enabling the whole family to kind of just pause for a moment. Another thing that I quite like to do is give myself a little bit of a hand massage. So again, at the moment, I don't know about you, but my hands are absolutely shot. I mean, they're red raw, however much cream I'm putting on, just because obviously of all the washing. And same again with your people around. Make sure that when you're doing it, share the love. Grab your kind of favourite cream, hand cream, body lotion, moisturiser. I'm using body cream at the moment. I didn't top up on my hand cream soon enough. So I'm just using Rose Body Cream, so our bestseller.
Okay, so I've got mine on.
I'm just going to lower my camera ever so slightly, so you can actually see my hands.
Yeah.
So first of all, just as you would do sort of washing your hands, because remember where your soap goes, and maybe you might not wash off your soap every single time perfectly, you need to make sure that you're putting your cream on. So if you notice, actually, I've got a little bit of a dry patch just there on my wrist, which I know something must have stayed on as we've aggravated it. So once you've applied your cream, then the kind of the nicest thing to do is start on the top and just literally slide through with your thumb between the metacarpals, which are kind of the bony bits in between your knuckles, shall we say. So slide through to the wrist, and you're going to go through each of them, a nice kind of deep pressure, because imagine how, like, if you're typing every day, you're on your phone every day. I mean, we're constantly using our hands, how much tension. And then again, start from the start again, so the little finger, and working out towards the thumb. So nice big long slides, nice deep pressure. What you can next do is in the same position, so still in between those sort of the bony bits of your hand, you're going to go and you're going to do small circles, so little small circles with your thumb all the way up again to the wrist. So in the same lines that you've been working, now just do small rotations all the way up to your wrist.
I'm going to get the kids to learn this.
Oh God, absolutely. You're actually going to do your fingers, guys. If you come down to your fingers, so do the same movement. So you're still sort of circling, but you're actually coming down your finger. Okay, so I'm going to go on to my next one, so my ring finger. And you can really exaggerate your circles. So you're using your thumb, and you're really exaggerating your circles. Nice little pull a tug at the end of the finger down to your thumb as well. And with your thumb, I would actually come right up over to kind of like this kind of fleshy bit of your thumb. Yeah. So really nice deep pressure. Okay. The next thing you can do is open up to your palm, and again, same movement, nice small thumb rotations, and just cover the whole of your palm. So generally what I do is I go all the way around the circumference of the palm. So almost like I'm outlining the palm.
Right.
And then go inside and just colour in what you've just drawn, basically.
It's amazing how much tension you hold in the middle of your hand.
Yeah, okay, so that's your middle of your palm. And then generally what I like to do is then actually stretch out my fingers. So just give them a nice stretch, all the way along. So really, really easy, nothing too complicated. No. I think it's quite doable. Yeah. Takes a couple of minutes. In between your calls, in between, getting the kids lunch, whatever it is, that's a very small snippet of, do you know what, leave me alone. Let me go put some hand cream on. Let me give myself a little hand massage. Good. Do you know one thing that we didn't actually talk about, Donna, is, but don't forget to actually create the environment. So, the minute you walk into a spa, generally it smells amazing. So make sure that before you do any of these rituals, and actually it should just kind of be your normal routine now, i.e. burn some essential oils in the room that you're working in, and change it. So change it up, in the middle of, in the morning, put something like a frankincense, for example, that can help you focus. In the afternoon, when you're kind of feeling that 4 o'clock slump, get something a bit more, uplifting, like your citrusy oils. And then again in the evening, make sure that you're kind of winding down with an essential oil. So something a bit more relaxing. West Indian Bay I find is amazing, but mix a bit of geranium. So, utilise your oil burners, utilise your candles, for example, to create the environment, because that way it's constantly nice and serene, and it's a nice environment to be in.
What fragrance and scenting a room can do to your mood. It's almost like when you put clean sheets on your bed, everything just feels like so much more cozy and welcoming.
You have to remember that scent actually has a direct link to your brain, and it has the ability to change how you're feeling. It has, your brain kind of captures moments and links it to your senses, and one of the most primitive is obviously your sense of smell. So by smelling something that you love, you naturally smile, you naturally kind of just go, oh, okay. So make use of it. I will leave you to it. Have a fantastic, keep well.
Oh, and you take care.
And get out in the sun.
Yeah,
get out in the sun.
Doing that today, definitely. All right then. See you later.
Bye, Donna. Thank you. Bye.